Evening, everyone, and welcome to Something for Nothing Sunday Night Poker. My name is Ardawen. I hope everyone is doing well. I am doing well, surprisingly. Yeah, I'm not alone. Today I'm here with the usual suspects. Mr. Flint, welcome. Good evening, sir. I hope you are doing well as well.
Oh yeah. Let me just see if my settings are actually correct. I don't see myself going up that much. Don't know. You can tell me alright if I'm coming through good or bad.
I can hear you.
I am exhausted. I had a heck of a lot of a Saturday, and now I just realized what I all have to do for my bachelor thesis, and I'm like, mild panic it would be the gist. So yeah, uh, mild panic. That's my state. Not much more. Are you betting 8? Anyways, that's about me.
Well, I'm rooting for you, man. Hoping that it all turns out fine.
Yeah, likewise.
Yeah. And right next to Mr. Flint, I see a brainless. Goedenavond, dear sir. How are you doing?
Good evening. Good evening. I'm doing pretty well. Like I had my little man yesterday and up until
Aw,
this afternoon, so I'm a little tired, but tired in a very good way.
I can
So
imagine.
yeah,
Yeah, sounds fun.
yeah, he had a lot of energy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. And Jin, how are you doing, sir?
Yeah, better than what I was doing all week.
Oh,
You know, out in the weather, jumping around vehicles, stealing parts, putting them on other places. Oh wait,
oh,
no, not stealing. Not stealing.
It
But yeah,
it has been deleted from the record.
okay. You get that flashy thing that they have in Men in Black?
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Sounds good. Yeah. Well, I had a 4-day weekend.
Yeah.
Because here it's here people are generally off during
Ascension.
for
Ascension
Ascension Day. And usually because it's usually is it always on the first day? I think it's usually
I
on the
believe
first day.
so.
Yeah. So then usually people are also off on the Friday after if their job allows it. So yeah, I had 2 days extra off. Enjoyed it. It was way too short. I I sort of hate these long weekends because it's like not long enough to really relax, but it is that length that when you return on Monday, you're like, oh fuck, I don't wanna. So yeah, but it was good though. It was good. I did absolutely nothing. Oh no, that's not true. I played some Horizon Zero Dawn, and it was fun.
Yay! Fun is important. That's the thing.
Well, that's what I've been told. I still have to see if that is actually true. I'm still skeptical.
I would be too.
Well, I hope fun is enjoyable.
Well, fun is important. That was what he said. And hello, Demon Orb. I'm still skeptical about fun being important. The older I get, the more I think like, oh, these kids and their fun.
No, fun is very important, especially in a job.
Otherwise, it's just work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
I mean-
my job is already fucking lazy. Let's not make it fun too, okay?
Imagine that if people actually would have fun at work. No, we can't have that. Anyway. Oh, blimey.
Yeah. No, my colleagues are alright. I hate them, but they're alright.
The hell.
You only hate them while you're at work.
Exactly, and no, we actually have a pretty good bond. In a couple of weeks, we're actually going to we're actually going to do a barbecue at one of our coworkers' backyard on a Saturday. No one of us works on Saturdays, but we're just going to have a fun barbecue with with a small group of coworkers because we want to.
That's extra work, man. How you do that?
No, because my colleagues are actually kind of fun, and then we can just have like a thing with our coworkers without where we decide who we invite, i.e., not invite our team leader.
Yeah. That does sound like a fun party.
Yeah.
Got a bad feeling about Flint.
You have? Oh well.
I do.
Blimey.
I mean, what if Flint has a ace and a jack?
No. What if he does?
I got a pair underneath there for the full boat.
Fine, let's just check.
Ah! Fucking ass.
Well, hello there. Anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, Twitch is slow. I only now got a notification from Twitch that we're live.
Wow.
Something is slower with notifications than YouTube?
Well, it happens.
Yeah, Twitch is actually pretty slow with notifications usually. When it comes to streaming time, they're like super fast. Like the streaming delay is insane. But the time before you get a notification can be very long, very long.
Oh, well, with YouTube, I've had like half an hour in the stream. I got a notification that the stream was started.
Oh yeah, it's not so much YouTube or Twitch's quote unquote fault per se. It's basically how it's sort of how the internet works.
The interwebs.
Well, I've got push notifications.
I know.
Push them.
There's your problem. You're not pulling them.
It's
Otherwise, they would have been pull notifications.
It's sort of complicated, but from what I understood, it's sort of to do with that. You don't just connect to the YouTube server, right? You connect to a server near you that sort of communicates with each other, and basically that chain of servers needs to decide basically who sends out the notification, because otherwise you're getting like 20 notifications. You would get 20 notifications. So there's a sort of a syncing thing going on, and that's why sometimes these notifications come in like later. Because they first have to sort of sync like, oh.
Yeah. But I do like the fact that these days they also do like the 30-minute warning.
Yeah. That is one of the things that they do to circumvent it, because then you might get the 30-minute warning like 15 minutes ahead of time, but you still get a warning that they're going live.
Yeah.
Oh well. Oh, I'm still so done from yesterday. And next week, the next 2 weeks will be just stressful to say the least. At least I got done with actually getting done with reading in all my data which I collect from the measurement. Now I just need to process it and make a pretty graph. And then we also have to sort the issue with what was it? Yeah, just writing text, which is always a favorite part of mine. And it's like I got feedback from a PhD and was like, yeah, just missing a lot. There's not much source in that. Yeah, there isn't much more I can do. It's really just books and a couple of. Yeah, actually, it's only about 2 papers. Like, nah, I can't do much more. Sorry. But at least I got feedback, so I'm gonna tell him, yeah, it's not much more I have. It's like all of the knowledge I got is from the books, and that's how great the books are.
Then you had great books.
Yeah, it's about antenna design, and it's basically in this kind of literature, it's either you go with Schultz-Mantille or was it Balanas antenna design. So that's the 2 choices basically. But I would go with the Balanese because he has great examples in there. Yo.
So, did anyone do anything fun this week?
I had a hog roast.
A hog roast.
Yeah.
Mm.
And believe me, I had that thing up on the fire at around 7 o'clock in the morning. And then actually all the way through about, I think at this point it was 1600. 9 hours was on spit. So that thing was what is the tender's the right word to say?
And while it was roasting on the spit, you and your neighbor were spit roasting your wife. Sorry. Had to make the joke. Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
You had to go there.
I mean, the thing was so tender. I just basically could pull it apart, though, with the cracking of bones.
Wait. We're talking about.
With the cracking of bones.
Yeah, it's a whole hog. I think a whole swine, tiny piglet.
Mm-hmm.
That thing. I got half piglet if anyone wants to see them.
She was so tender. Oh, guys, you should see me play What the Dub and those kind of games.
I've seen you.
Then you know that I'm being.
Yes,
right
we
now.
know what avenues you take.
Am I evil? Yes, I am.
Most of the avenues you take are in the red light district.
It's okay, Brainless.
No.
It's okay,
Even
Brainless. I've been 16 too.
The avenues that I take, they don't even they're not even in the red light district. Over there, they frown about what I say.
No, the things he says are more on the level of what we call, what would be appropriate on places what we call service zones.
What?
Yeah, service zones. That is what they now call tipple zoners.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, but even there, man, what I say on those games is frowned upon. And luckily it is. Luckily it is, because the shit I say, I frown upon. I always go for the ooh reactions.
I see. Do we
Yeah,
have to-
sometimes it's ice cold. Oh,
Like I said, it's okay. It's okay. I've been 16 too.
Oh, that's why I fit so well with my girlfriend. Not that she's 16, but close though.
Hey, everybody, did I tell you I'm dating a first grader?
Yeah, Braylon's doing a Nathan Thompson over here.
Well, I found out like if I would have known her 18 years ago and her parents would consent, I could have married her. Do note, she's 18.
Okay.
Yeah,
She was 18 then or 18 now?
now,
Now. Okay.
Massachusetts, there's no limit on how young you can marry someone.
The fuck?
Oh, there's more than one state.
The heck?
If you ever come across Vila Vendetta, ask her about it. She knows exactly which site to go to and show you.
Oh yeah, marriage laws in the United States. It's varies per state. It's really weird that it's
And, and in
that's
some
the case.
there is no age limit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's still an age of consent in Massachusetts, but as far as marriage, no.
But as soon as you're married, that does not count anymore.
Wasn't it Tennessee or something like that where they even like where they even got to strip the entire age of consent?
I don't know about Tennessee, but I know Vermont, and I think North Carolina had their ridiculously low age of consent of 14.
Well, I think there was like a proposed law. I think it was in Tennessee or something, like very recently, that where the law change didn't mention anything about age.
Oh.
That is so fucked up.
There was a group over here that tried to get it to 12.
Yeah, and now that group is illegal. Now I don't know if that was the greatest avenue to take to make that group illegal, because even though there are some p words, I think that having those groups in the shadows might be more dangerous than having them in the daylight, as long as they don't act on their wishes.
I'm actually happy that they immediately set 12.
Yeah.
Because if they would have tried lowering it by 1 year or 2 years at first, they might have gotten away with it.
Oh boy.
But yeah, anyway,
because
next subject, I guess.
Yeah, happy subjects.
Well, let's see what happened in the news recently. Oh wait, that's never mind.
In the news today.
Well, happy news from our side. They actually caught one of the fire devils, which was most likely going around here. Not sure if it is or not, but though they captured someone, so that's good.
That is good.
It is good. It is good.
Zeker.
Yeah.
Alles komt goed.
Alles komt goed. It's fine. Everything is fine.
Ardawen, are we still using that quote after the whole debacle at The Voice?
No, because it comes from Najib Amhali. Now I know that.
Oh yeah, that was.
No, I know that Najib Amhali is also not has his things around him.
Oh really?
Oh no, but all the celebrities are psychopaths. All of them.
Okay, so I should be a celebrity.
And some are very, very stupid.
Most of them.
Like you have to have like you have to have some mental condition. Will you be able to handle?
And that mental condition is narcissism.
Yeah, they're narcissists. They're narcissists.
A lot of
they're-
them are, though.
Yeah.
Not all of them.
Well,
narcissistic tendencies.
but you
Yeah.
can clearly see like the difference between that kind of celebrity and the celebrities that are actually narcissists. Like take there is another comedian here in the Netherlands which takes a completely different approach, which I think might be a good example as who is not necessarily a narcissist per se, sort of kinda, or a different kind of narcissist at most. That is Jochem Meijer. He's like a comedian, but everyone knows to the number of on the street where he lives. But people generally don't, and he lives in a normal street, not like within in a
Yeah.
gated house, and people generally don't bother him.
No. No, but because I also think like the people that would like him are the people that would respect him enough to not do that.
And everyone likes him. I have heard people saying, okay, he's a little bit annoying on stage. He has ADHD and he has a show about it, and he has ADHD in capitals.
Brilliant. He's
In
brilliant.
capitals, he's really good.
No,
But, that doesn't
if-
matter. But anyway,
Yeah.
there is. I heard no person ever heard say like I don't like him. Maybe
Yeah.
they don't like his shows, but no one says like I don't like the guy. And that is also
Yeah.
like he's
Yeah, but it's also like it's also I think it's really a thing here making fun of yourself, because that's a lot of what he does on stage. I've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
him live. He's wonderful.
yeah. I still want to see him live, but it doesn't really. Anyway, the point is. It's not just that everyone knows where he lives, of course, but it's the air around it, where he's clearly like a different kind of celebrity. There he's just like he'll really easygoing, that sort of thing. And I think like from looking at it, a guy like Keanu Reeves has also sort of has that vibe. I feel like a guy like Keanu, yeah.
I think like with Jochem, it's like he is not famous because he wants to be famous. He's famous because he likes what he does, and that made him famous.
Oh yeah, but there's more people
and I
like
think
that, and they do become
yeah.
narcissists over time, because at some point you're a specific kind of famous that you kind of have to. You kind of have to, or you'll break, I think.
I mean, the fun part is before the pandemic, actually, the highest governmental thing, they always went to I mean, they could use public transport to go to work without issue. Of course, they had some security, some measurements to do, but since the pandemic, nope, none of them go to work by public transport.
I think we have a prime minister who still takes his bicycle from time to time. Oh, sure, like the security guards are like jogging next to him.
Actually, our high subs didn't need anything of that before the pandemic. I don't know how it is now, but though I assume they are watching the situation closely on what happens.
Well, let me just be very fair. I don't wish him wish our prime minister any harm. But even before the pandemic, if I lived in that town, or I would be in that town, and I see him on his bike, I might forget how to drive. Not that I want to.
How can you forget something you don't know?
Not that I want him to be permanently hurt or whatever, but yeah.
Okay.
I don't like the guy.
Nah.
Yeah.
With that, I'm kind of impartial.
But that's just me.
Mm.
He's not the worst choice we could have had.
Oh, yeah, we could have had literal Nazis. So that I guess a liberal is slightly a slight step up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this kind of sounds like the choice you have in the USA between I mean, consider from our perspective from Europe or generally some other country which is here, it's either very right or a bit less right than the other guys. That's sorry, compared to our left guys, we would be communists. And our country is definitely leaning more left, way more left.
Joe Biden would be a solid right of center.
Yeah, but though it's still not left. What we call left.
Oh no. But on the other hand, take AOC or for example, she would probably be considered a lefty.
High cards, okay. Everybody had nothing. We all had a pair.
Like people often say, like, "Oh, Bernie Sanders would still be considered right wing in Europe," and I'm like, no, actually.
Actually, Bernie would be considered actually quite moderate, more on the left side of the spectrum, considered from here. But everything goes up to the election is always more on the right side of our perspective. We see it.
That's because that's what gets some votes.
Yeah,
no, but are you kidding me? By the way, moderate. He is in favor of doing things like raising the minimum wage to make sure that you can live off it. He is in favor of like Medicare for all. We don't even have that here. We have this weird sort of like tax funded commercial bullshit.
I mean, I say those are actually for me that's just the first few steps actually getting closer to it, because first you need to actually suggest it to actually get somewhere, and whatever it is to actually provide Medicare trains, try to bring it into government funding. That's the first step in actually providing medical help to anyone.
We had that like 30 years ago.
I mean, here it's weird, and I assume it's also weird over there. And I think in every country where you say it's free healthcare,
it's dumb.
The first thing you need to know is somebody get left to die in front of a hospital, or are they picked up, treated, and then asked for, later about paying?
Well, yeah, that's of course already a big difference between the U.S. and
that's actually the first way to get better, because I still need to pay a couple of bills. It's not free. That I have to say. I have to pay the first what was it, 700? 700.
Yeah, we got the same here.
Yeah,
depends on what
700 and 10%. So
it's
wait, it's actually 300. Sorry, 300.
Yeah, here it's like 385, I think. But it's like things like when you just go to your general practitioner, and your general practitioner says like, "Oh, hey, you need to calm the fuck down for 2 weeks. You don't get a bill for that."
Yeah. It's kind of like here too, and also it's. I mean, it has some. I say it helps a little, and not giving false incitements that actually push people call in sick, because I mean, when I call in sick, I actually need to be okay, but I also need to normalize that you just call in sick when you don't feel well, just because you feel sick.
Well,
that's okay, but it also gives a little incentive to saying, you don't need to rush to a doctor each time you have some finger ouchie just because you stabbed yourself with a knifey, because you were too stupid to cut some onions.
No, but here too. Here you can just call in sick, no problem. No, you don't need any doctor things like that. But it's also like we have enough. people generally have enough days off to not be like, oh, I have to call in sick, because if I don't call in sick, that's the only way I get some day off. And if I don't do it, I might break from exhaustion.
Yeah, that's basically also the next thing is that actually saying we have mandatory paid time off, which is here it's the mandatory time you have to time off paid is 4 weeks.
Yeah.
There are not included sick days, because when you get sick while you're on paid leave, you get refunded those days.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Oh, thanks for reminding, because I still have to see if they fixed that for me, because last summer they didn't do that for me.
Yeah, if you get sick on your days off, you can actually get those days off back.
Yeah,
unless it was
those were actually days because I actually called in sick because I was actually planning on working those days.
Otherwise
I also wouldn't have called in sick though.
Unless I think it's like a mandatory day off.
No.
Because no. I thought if you get if it's like your company says, okay, everyone has off that week, then and you don't have a choice, I think it's different.
That might be, but like I don't have that because if I want, I can work every day I want.
Yeah, but still, if it's also here. I think now in actually almost every contract it says that time off is here to relax, and if you're sick, you can't basically relax.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I think that the idea here is generally the same. It's like it's kind of like but I think that the like if you get sick like on Christmas or something on Christmas or something like that, that might be an exception. But I'm not 100% sure. It could very well.
If I want, I can work at Christmas.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's different.
No, but like, so it's not mandatory. So if I wanted to work that day and then I get sick, I call in sick. But then again,
but that's different.
I believe it's also like the first time calling in sick, the first day you get, and every time you call in sick after that, the first day goes off your 3 hours.
No, here not. Here it isn't the case. Here it's always like if you call in sick, it's.
Yeah, but that's you're working for the for the government.
Yeah,
I'm in small metal, so that's like the worst arrangements you can get. Basically,
no, we have some people working for us who work to a
Hello, Nathan.
Who worked for us through another company. Fuck! It's on the tip of my tongue.
Subcontracted?
No. Yeah,
no, like temporary work.
From a temp agency. They are working through us from a temp agency. That's what I was working for. Yes.
Modern slaves, I see. Wait.
and they have an even worse. They even have a worse deal. I think like the first 2 or 3 days that they're sick, they have to. It's on their dime.
Yeah, that's also why I have some problems with those kind of agencies.
Yeah,
I only actually worked with one where I can say, yeah, I'm happy with them. They did a good job giving me a job. They looked after me. They explained me everything what is, and they also said, yeah, we are the middleman. We help you. Blah blah blah. They were good, and I liked them how they handled me. Though I had bad experience, and I told that to those kinds working that case. Like, yeah, I have bad experience. You have to excuse me, but
I think that the existence of temp agencies is in itself a good thing. I just think that we collectively might need to fight for better rights for for people in temp agencies.
Especially foreign people.
Yes. Well, yeah, but you can probably do that. In my opinion, probably do that in one swipe.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But yeah, absolutely. That would also because here it's we have like worker migrants from like Poland and stuff like that. They can legally just work here without a worker's permit because they're from the European Union. But
Yeah, but
they're usually exploit and Hungary and that sort of thing.
They don't have to pay them minimum wage.
Yes.
Well, I do believe they do, but then like they then they say, oh, but we're also housing you, so we subtract that.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Yeah. And
Basically,
because it's more, they get paid more than in Poland. They accept it.
Basically, they're not basic. They are being exploited quite often, and that is a problem. And sometimes they also bring in more than they need. And then there are people that they do house because they're being like quote unquote the good guys, but they're not getting paid because there is no work for them. So then those agencies do say like, but you do need to pay housing. So they go to the Netherlands to work because they get for the families because they get because supposedly the Netherlands pays better than Poland, and then their family where they were supposed to work for have to send them money so that they can stay there. Yeah, because like they also don't have the money to go back.
No, but like if they like because there's also good agencies for that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like because we had a Polish guy that worked for us for like 2 years, and he said like, well, if I'm here, I'm working half a year. I can go back to Poland and sit on my ass for half a year. That is what the difference is in making money here and there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, exactly. But yeah, that is sort of. But they are being so exploited, and it's disgusting. And that is why I think that we also need to stand up for their rights. I think maybe that is why I also would like more generalization on things from the European Union. Maybe the European Union needs to say to their quote unquote poorer member states like, we are going to help you right now to build your economy and not the weak ass thing that they're doing right now, like, oh, here's some money and take care of it. But actually,
no, you need to change the attitude. Like in Poland, it's also starting to be a bit of an attitude problem. Like over there, I believe it's normal to get up in the morning and grab your bottle of vodka.
Well, let's be fair. There are also the countries right now where we're critiquing about their ideas that are like 180 from ideas here in the other parts of Europe. So it's a difficult situation. Yeah. But the most important thing is that those people over that are worker migrants here are being absolutely exploited, and that's disgusting because they deserve so much better because they work jobs that we don't want to do.
Yeah, and in the case where it's a job that anybody would want to do, the problem there is because they get paid so much less. It doesn't care if they don't.
Oh yeah, there's also that. There's a lot of work in like glass houses.
Yeah.
And the owners say like, oh, people don't want to do the job. No, people don't want to do the job because
for that kind of money.
For that kind of money.
No, but that's true, and like it fixes two problems at once if you make sure that the immigrant workers get paid a proper amount, because it will root out the bad immigrant workers. Because we've had them when they had to put tables in and we told them, for that you got to write that on it, for that, and they just
let's be just very very fair. That is more because of you get where you're paying for, right?
Yeah. Oh, true.
That's just like, listen, if you pay for. Because even a Polish someone who is here for Poland was actually a skilled worker, would probably would have asked more than that guy that did a shit job, because because he is like a skilled person, and he probably has a little bit more dignity than someone who is just like, oh, I can hold a hammer.
No. The problem over there is there's enough work over there. It's just there's not the money to pay for it.
Yeah.
So they come here and they even skilled workers still might get paid a little more, but not much.
Oh yeah. So if you paid them more, they might do a better job because they might care more.
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true. And like over there, and if you got a good Polish worker, they're good.
Yeah, but
they're used to be paid per thing that they do, not per hour.
Well, yeah, but the quality is not so much where to do where they come from. So it's. But yeah, my main problem is they're being exploited, and that disgusts me. And because I think that it doesn't matter where you're from, everyone should just be. Everyone who works here should just be paid a decent amount, and everyone who lives here should be able to live here. Especially if they put in the work.
Yeah.
And if people, but that also means for me that people who absolutely cannot work for whatever reason should not have to beg, crawl through the dust for it, and then still hardly be able to put food on the table, because everyone is like, yeah, but I understand that you so disabled that you can't move a muscle, but there is people here in this country who are really working, so you do need to suffer a little bit, unsortedly. I'm sorry. Like that sort of attitude kind of still lives here in this country, and that is sort of that I despise.
Yeah, people really look down on people that are on benefits.
Yeah.
And no matter what reason there is.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of assholes on benefits that I would say, yeah, go get a job. But there's definitely a lot of people that can't work. And if you don't have and at the moment, I think if you don't have a serious mental problem or a physical problem, you can work.
Okay, but I honestly think that the amount of people that generally don't want to work are very, very small. There is not a lot of people who generally don't want to work. Either they have some kind of mental problem, with honestly enough, they should they social problem. Honestly enough, there should be no bars for those people to get the proper help.
That's true, but
but also there are enough people who do want to work. But there's not a lot of jobs that they can, and the jobs that they can do, simply because they had pretty poor. Let's just say they had poor education, poor luck at school, etc., etc., etc. And there's
or just dumb.
Yeah, I don't believe. I believe more that it is probably more an essence of not having the right education. Doesn't matter. There's not a lot of jobs that those people can do. But those people are smart enough to know, like, I crawl through the dust or through to other people's filth, and I get told that it's my fault that for 40 hours, and I still get told that it's my fault that I'm poor, and if I do nothing, I get almost the same amount of money, which I think people that don't work should get. But you know,
you made one mistake there. If you're on benefits, and
sometimes you get more.
If you have kids, you'll end up with more money than when you're doing a minimum wage job.
Yes, and
that's also a big problem because there's no fucking incentive to go to work.
And I want to kind of turn it around and say, like, I think that the amount of money that those people get is fair. But I think that people who work full time should just get more money.
Yeah, like, no, I think on benefits it's actually pretty low.
Even that, yeah.
But like minimum wage it's also not that high.
If it was up to me, if it was up to me, those people wouldn't get money. Those people, and basically everyone would be able to get like basic food, basic housing, very basic housing. I mean, like if you live alone, a 1-bedroom apartment. If you have a kid, like a 2-bedroom apartment, just bare bones, just the minimum of the minimum, but good quality. And like just basic food, healthcare for everyone, and then if you work, you can get like rent or buy a better house, or actually get some luxuries. Eat outside, eat in a restaurant instead of the good quality meals that you have to prepare yourself. That sort of thing. And then if you have a better job, you can afford maybe even more. That would be my ideal. But
Ardawen, I think you need to change your logo.
I know.
That black in the back. I think you need to color that red or something.
I know that I'm being
but like
the communist thought doesn't mean
no.
They're actually providing and sharing with
socialism.
The pure Marxian thought and how he wanted to run it, based on the social level. And listen,
I would be saying the way we pay,
this is the social level. That's the great stuff. That's what we want. You still can do with benefits, and that's why it's called socialism. And you don't even need. If you have to prepare it yourself, I actually saw it's actually a great stuff. If you have a community work, it doesn't need to be a whole village. It just can be a housing complex where everybody works with each other, and then you have also people who need somebody who cook for them, and maybe you have a big kitchen and everybody just puts in some time each day of the week. Somebody else is doing it, somebody is doing it full time, depending on how much time they have.
I think that is a great way to start it. To start like with small community projects where you as a community do stuff together. I think that is great. I'm also a big fan of worker corporations, where basically everyone who works there owns a part of the company. In a way, of course, for daily operation, you have sort of like a team leader, quote unquote, who sort of says like, who makes like who fills in the shifts and says like, okay, brainless today you have today you're on registry 1 and that sort of thing. But that's daily operations. But
in the call, hold on, guys.
But the interest into how the company functions, what kind of products you sell, and how you operate, that is like leaving that up to the employees together is like a great idea in my opinion.
It just
Yeah, I think it's in certain cases it won't work, but
yeah,
Of course, with big corporations that doesn't work. But
yeah, in small, I mean, there are edge cases where which you need to consider. I mean, for example, your demand goes down of the product you do.
yeah, no, but like
Yeah,
if you would like have like a company, like if for instance my company, like if I would have just a slight advantage of the company making more profit, I'd work hard.
yeah.
And I'm like,
Well, it's not
one of
just
the people
working harder. It's not just working
and
harder.
working
It's
smarter. No, but even if you don't have anything to say, but if you share in the profit, then
yeah, but
it's
yeah.
beneficial for yourself to make sure everything goes right. And
But it's also that you probably go there you're like you go there with more passion. Like
Yeah.
it's not just working harder, right? Because if you work, let's say you work in a bakery, yeah, you own that's a working corporation. Working harder probably doesn't add much to the to your sales, right? But necessarily.
Mhm.
So but it's not just about that, but it's also like the passion that you have for your job. What kind of mindset do you go to your job? Do you go to your job like, oh, where I have to work for the man again, or do you go to your job like, I'm going to work today. Fuck yes.
Yeah, like yeah, I generally go to work happily. You know, it's just it could have been an hour later to get up. Okay, like being at work at 7:30. Just no matter where it is, can be more than an hour drive.
Yeah.
I feel you so much with that.
And like, if that would move like let's say half an hour, oh my god, I would
That's a huge pain relief, I tell you.
getting up at 6 or 6:30. That's quite a big difference.
I yeah, listen, I'm afraid to say it, but
Yeah, I know you can't. You said it. Half days.
not just that. I am the first to arrive of my coworkers at 8 a.m. And I work 50. I live 50 minutes from my house from my work, so on my mobility scooter. So my alarm goes like on like 7 and like 7:45. I'm like, I think I go to work, and then 50 minutes later I'm there at 8 a.m. Yes, I know. I used to live. Yeah,
You've got luxury horses and you got workhorses.
I know. I used to work on a different campus though. I used to work on the campus at Town Over, and it was like an hour in total travel. But we are our school, our university is both for applied sciences is both in Arnhem and in Nijmegen, and
yeah.
Yeah.
Heard of it.
And I told my manager, like, okay, listen, I love working here, but every time I get in the train, I drive past the campus in Arnhem.
Oh yeah.
Like,
it's not
to go to the campus in Nijmegen, and like I could, if there is ever a space in Arnhem, please. Can I fill that spot? And my team leader said when someone got a different position, my manager said, listen, you asked me, and here you go. It doesn't matter if I have to hire someone in Arnhem or in Nijmegen. I can just.
Yeah, if that's more convenient for somebody that's already working there.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
So I switched, and it's the best decision that I ever made because my colleagues on the other campus were nice people, but with these people I connect. I actually connect, and it's 50 minutes from my house instead of an hour.
Hmm.
Yeah,
I feel that instead of an hour, I actually would have with the bike. Tell you that, 15 minutes.
It's also like I had to go with my mobility scooter in the train, and then I had to like check the app, the train app every day, because sometimes they would just decide to not deploy a train where I could get in without any aid, so I had to go to.
Oh yeah, then you
to
have
the
to
main
make sure there's somebody there to help you. Oh fuck.
No. Because I live in a small town next to Arnhem. That's an unmanned station, but then a sprinter needs to come. That is but I can't get aid there. But if a train where I can enter myself comes, I can just enter the train, no problem. But then I have to go to the main station. And then getting on a different train that actually goes to the other town as well, where I can get in myself. Because otherwise I have to book a train or an hour before ahead of time, and yada yada yada.
And things and stuff, and just
And then sometimes the elevator would be broken. And then I had to deal with that. We went all the way to the surface crossing that the people that work at the train station use. That is like, you're not accessible to the people, but they escorted me across the railroad crossing there. And one time, the security personnel actually picked up my scooter and lifted it up the stairs for me with the two of them. And that was actually quite wonderful, because it's even for two people, it's quite heavy.
Yeah, I can imagine, but that's they do go like the extra bit to help you out.
And then sometimes I also went to instead of driving to the campus, which is like also a 50-minute drive, but instead I usually took like the train that went to the train station right there, and that elevator would be broken quite regularly even. And then I would be there on an unmanned train station. So then I had to wait for the next train, going one train station over, turn around.
oh,
So you got on a different platform.
Turn around. No, I got out on platform B. Then I had to saw that the elevator was broken, so I had to wait for the next train to come on that platform. Go to one train station over, get out of the train there, go to the platform that has the train that goes back to to the train station I had to go out to, and get on that train, get out of the train, then hope that elevator wasn't broken, but that elevator somehow was never broken, and then I would be out, and then I could go to work. But so instead, I started driving to work from the main station. So I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna deal with that every month.
Yeah, but that's also like.
Oh, haven't you read? There was an article in the news lately that right now there are actually a lot of elevators on train stations broken, but they can't fix it.
Why not?
Well, as you might have noticed, there is a bit of a transportation issue around the world.
Oh yeah.
And
they don't have the parts.
They just simply can't get the parts. And it is no one's. It is like not. It's not the railroads company's fault. It's not the company that does the elevators' fault. It's not the company it's no one's fault.
circumstances.
But it's like really inconvenient for people that just can't use the
Rely on,
stairs.
yeah. No, I get it.
It sucks, but yeah, it's kind of interesting to see how this complete like worldwide structure, once it's disrupted, how hard it is to get it going again.
Yeah, no, but it's like with the pandemic, it was already pretty bad.
Well, yeah, but also because those people are we can sort of look back, because a lot of those people also didn't get paid that well during the pandemic when they were out of a job. Guess what? They found better paying jobs.
Yeah, that's what pubs and stuff over here had. They couldn't find people when they opened up again because those people all found different jobs.
Yeah, better paying.
Yeah, and a lot of them was helping with the vaccines though.
Well, yeah, but after those people probably went back to jobs like that. But also like there's also people who just got a better job for better hours at a company that probably gave them an extra contract instead of a 0-hour contract that could be nullified any moment, you know. And then their old boss calls them back for, do you want to go back for the same pay and run ungodly hours because you loved our restaurant so much?
Yeah, like I'll pass.
And then the guy is like, yeah, sorry, dude, I get paid twice as much here.
Yeah.
And then, people are getting lazy, are being lazy since the pandemic is over. No one wants to work. No, dudes.
They want to work, but want to work in a non-toxic environment. Because like that, yeah, that's not the best environment to work at.
Oh, I would never want to work at a bar, especially on like Saturday nights and stuff like that. I just couldn't handle the assholes.
Oh, that's true. That yeah, definitely.
Like on if I got to only work in like in summertime afternoons or something like that, sure. Let me work at a bar. That sounds like fun in the summer afternoon, you know, like serving drinks when people are sitting in the sun and are enjoying the weather.
But even then, you'll have to deal with Karens.
Far less.
Clearance ain't that bad.
Mm.
And there's
Well, you know-
always
you
somebody
know,
that's
that- then you
complaining
just
about the
gotta-
drink or the people next to them. And when people get drunk, they.
I don't know how often you've been on a well,
No, it's not everywhere and it's not often, but it
happens.
Karens are
Sure.
everywhere. The Karens are everywhere.
They can be, yes.
Well, listen, I also don't work. Maybe you're confusing it with like the West of our country, right? But here in the East,
That's true. That's true. We're on a good side.
here in the East, we have the amount of Karens are not as high. It's not as high
No.
as in the.
And somebody acting like a Karen doesn't always make them a Karen. My girlfriend's mom is though. Oh, never mind. And she's kind of pissed that she bought a ticket this way.
Well, anyway, that concludes the political talk on the Something for Nothing show.
Oh well. But I have to head to bed soon. I'm just to Dawn Master from yesterday. Still,
Yeah, I'm also.
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I think this.
we could just make this the last round.
Yeah, yeah.
Flynn tired. Flynn wanna sleep.
Other one wants
Brainless.
to Other one wants. Oh no, other one already watched the animes. Okay.
Brain is tired. Brain does not want to sleep.
Yeah, well, I'm just gonna tell you the same thing as I tell my U.S. friend who's always up at here time, 12 o'clock in the morning, as in it's already going to be afternoon. 1200, like, dude, you should sleep. No, but yeah. Okay, well, your sleep schedule is messed up. Yes, it is. Okay, fine.
I don't want to go to sleep because that means my weekend is over.
Yeah.
Yes, kind of the same thing here. Oh,
It doesn't matter. Monday will come around anyway. It's
that's
No.
true. That's true. No, but I just think sleeping is boring. I could be doing stuff.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
What?
Yeah, no. So anyway, since we're slowly ending, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And Wednesday, if Cheesy is around, we're going to watch the Amazing Colossal Man, an old movie from 1953. So keep an eye for that. Last week, Cheesy's internet was still out due to maintenance, even though they promised it would be up by then. So sadly, there was no Something for Nothing show. But I hope to have a show there on Wednesday. So check that out. Yeah, I guess that is everything for next week.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a very bad movie. It's a terrible movie.
Of course it is.
Yes.
The ones that go into non-copyright status are usually bad.
But it's also quite impressive what kind of special effects they used in 1953. So come check that out. Did anyone else had anything to shill?
Nope.
Nope, not here.
Oh yeah, well, like I said last week, that Global Mom had a special that didn't work out because she had problems with her allergies. That's gonna be tomorrow, so that's a 3-year YouTube anniversary and a 4.5 day subs. So
Okay, cool.
that's probably gonna be fun. Slim's
Sounds
probably
great.
roasting her. Slim living cyborg.
Yeah, we had a Globerman on yesterday on the Bunker Bitching show.
Okay.
When we played some games, it was quite fun. So yeah, everyone should check that out. Globermom is good people.
Yeah. Yes, definitely. She
And
she was also in Vila's chat when I left. So, yeah, that's also a very nice Vila Vendetta. She's also very nice.
well, yeah, shout out to her.
I believe at the moment she's not streaming that much, but like, yeah, keep an eye out on that. Find her Discord if you want her Discord just to hang out a bit. I'm probably sure she's okay with me handing out the link. More nice people is only better.
Oh yeah. No. Certainly, shout out to my to my
How did she call you? Your bump buddy?
my bump buddy. Yes, my bump buddy. That was my. I was gonna say my sister-in-law, but.
The good one as well.
But yeah.
The sister in the lump bunk. Okay.
Yes, my lumpy sister.
Yeah.
But yeah, C is great fun. Well, I had fun, even though it was like a quite of a short one, but that's okay. Leaves me with more time to play some Horizon Zero Dawn.
No.
So yeah, with that, thank you everyone for coming. Thank you everyone in chat for coming. I'm sorry, there was no guarantee. That was in the contract that you signed. So.
Sorry.
I mean, listen, no, we signed a contract and there was no guarantee. Listen.
Just get out.
Thank you for the horse. Thank you for the horse. But I didn't say you would come.
I'm sorry.
Oh well.
Yeah,
That was-
I've been
sign
called
off
a stream
here.
whore before, so.
That was a little reference to something that happened earlier this week. But anyway.
Well, I wish you all a good one. See you
Yeah.
around.
See you
This
guys
is Rob
around.
Sandor.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.